Oh, sir.
It's a really good one.
And we are live.
We're live. THC
THC on the YT
on the
with the
YT.
CBD
Yeah, in the PM.
on the LT and the PM. Gonna
The
discuss
CBD.
some CBD, not
Yeah,
just the oils.
yeah, the CBD slipped in nicely.
Yeah, what was that again? Comet. What was
Custom
it?
bind
Custom bind
demon.
design? Custom
Custom
bind
bind
demon.
demon.
That's what it
Yeah.
was. CBD. CBD
Yeah.
on the YT.
You gotta watch out, man. He really kicks in at 100.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna be at 100 here any fucking day now.
Oh man, that's so awesome. I can't believe how fast H&R is. And
Oh, fucking incredibly fast.
I may need to start
Incredibly
using
fast
them.
turnaround.
I may need to start using them.
I think, well, those, okay, so I did what, 3 volumes last time, or was it just the 2? I did the Batman Nightfall volume 1. I did, oh, it's 3 because it was the the final volume of Green Lantern and then Brightest Day. And those 3, I think they turned them around in 4 weeks. I think I had them back in my possession like 4.5 weeks from the day I mailed them.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. So it's fucking incredible.
What's the biggest batch you've done with them?
Is my current one is my biggest batch so far, and that's the 5-volume JLA set that I'm getting done right now.
Okay.
And all right, so like fuck it, let's just make the stream all about custom binds. Like, let's just fucking blow our load on custom binds here. Okay, so let's blow our load on custom binds.
Let it out. Yeah.
So I told you I was doing something cool with the JLA. I don't know if I told you exactly what I was doing though. Did I tell you? I don't even know. Maybe I did.
You sent me pictures of I think a couple volumes of like this design you were doing.
Okay, so what I'm doing with the JLA is I'm currently have 5 volumes in with them right now. I mailed them out a week and a half or so ago, so I should have them back probably in the next like 4 weeks. I should theoretically have those ones back, but I did 5 volumes and they have the JLA stamp, like the JLA logo with like the shield.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm doing the stamp on the spine, you know, like you do. But then if I remember correctly, I'm doing I'm doing imitation leather.
Of course.
Black imitation leather.
Yep.
I'm also, if I remember correctly, I also did the stamp on the front.
Yep.
On the front of the book. Yeah. But I wanted not to just make it like, oh, just stamp. So I was trying to make it in theme with Justice League, right? And so what I did was, and I pray that it turns out as well as it does in my head.
Right. Yeah.
So each stamp for each volume of the 5 volumes is going to be a different color.
Yeah, I remember
coordinating.
That,
yeah, coordinating with the character. So like green for like Aquaman and Green Lantern, blue for Superman, red for Flash and like Wonder Woman, and then there was like a yellow and a white. I can't remember what all I did, but yeah, so I did like 5 different colors though, and they're kind of each sort of representing the different colors of JLA.
Right.
And I really hope it turns out as good. I didn't do blue. I was gonna do blue, and I was afraid that the blue wouldn't show up very well on the black. I was afraid it was gonna look kind of dull and not as vibrant, so I didn't do blue. I did red, yellow, green, white. Red, yellow, green, white. I don't know. I did 5 colors.
Okay. Yeah.
But anyway, I'm really excited.
Does yellow mean yellow or does it mean gold?
I don't know.
Interesting.
I guess we'll find out when I get the book.
Yeah. Interesting.
Hopefully it pans out and it works out the way that I want it to.
Imagine you get yellow imitation leather.
No, that would be horrible. See, I thought about switching up the color of the volume to be different, right? Instead of the stamp. But I was like, no, because if I switch up like the color, it's gonna look, with 5 different colors, it's just gonna look like a rainbow on my shelf. And I was like, I don't know how that might be that'd be hard on the eyeballs, I think.
Yeah.
So I decided to go with the black imitation leather and then the different colored stamps. And I pray it works out the way it does in my head.
Yeah, yellow's nice. See that the only reason I like that blue one the way you describe it now that it'd be kind of hard to see is because I mean that's basically Batman right there. The way you describe the way
Yeah.
you visualize the blue on it, it's
Yes.
like I mean that would have been that would have worked too because of Batman. But
Yep. That
yellow
was
works
kind
for
of the
Batman too. I mean,
yeah. It was. I wish I could remember all the colors I did. Red, green.
it'll be a nice surprise.
It will be. I don't even remember anymore.
I'm sure
Uh,
it'll look amazing. Yeah,
I'm super excited. So I should have
really.
those back within a month. And then, as you know, I just did that recent video on my current collection, and
Of
then
course.
all of the books that I have to get finished up. And at the time, I was like, "Oh, I'm working on Lobo. I don't have Lobo
Yeah.
yet." I now have all of Lobo.
Yeah, it was out of
Uh,
date as soon as you posted it.
it was literally within 12 hours I had bought all the remaining issues of Lobo that I needed.
Yeah,
Well, making that video is what inspired me just to finish it up. I'm like, look, I'm
sure.
short like 8 or 9 issues. Like, let's just wrap this baby up. Um, and then I did that trade with one of the guys from the omnibus group. I traded my Wolverine omnibus, and he sent me almost every single issue of House of Mystery from like the 2004 run, not the late 90s one. Like, I think that was House of Secrets anyway, not that one,
Yep.
but like the
Yep.
2004 run that Bill Willingham did. And then an entire Andy Diggle Swamp Thing run, like Joshua Dysart, Andy Diggle. He sent me like that whole entire run, and that one's already prepped and ready to be bound. I just got to send it in.
I wonder if that one's ever been reprinted at all.
I don't know, but I'm super excited because I have the other Swamp. I have the Alan Moore Swamp Things.
Right.
I'm gonna get this one done. I may end up buying an official when like the new 52 one drops. I may buy like the official for that one.
Yeah.
But I'm also
mean-
gonna be working on the what was it, the Morrison Vaughn trade paperback set, you know, like kind of combining those and kind of creating another. So yeah, I'm gonna have a few Swamp Things. Like, that's exciting.
yeah, man. Swamp Thing's a fun one. Yeah.
Yeah, I got so
I need to close up some holes in my Nancy Collins run because I got like 20 issues for like $5 back on a what was it, free comic book day. They just had like a massive sale and I picked up a whole bunch. I just need to fill some holes. It's unfortunate she's a female writer and I say that, but it's what it is at this point. That'd be a cool bind though. I mean, I know that there's the official Omni, but I mean, again, I paid like $5 for 23 issues, I think, so can't complain. But yeah, I don't know, man. I've got 9 binds in right now waiting. I think the CBD's it's happening more in the States right now.
Yeah.
I keep remembering those Hulks, man. I keep remembering those damn Hulks.
How many volumes was that?
At least I don't even 12. Remember at this point.
Well, I think it was at least 12 that were bound that are currently sitting in my closet, and then there was like a couple officials,
Omnis, I think,
and then there was a ton of singles that are waiting for you to prep, and then also send in to finish getting bound. So you have a lot of Incredible Hulk just chilling in my closet.
Excited.
Still.
I've been looking for it. That's something I've been wanting. That's something I would want to read right now. That's something I'm in the mood for. Hulk, just a binge of Hulk. Yeah, man.
Dude, I'm binging Nightwing right now. Not very quickly, just because I don't have a whole lot of time to read lately, but I am binging Nightwing and like the 90s Nightwing.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, I'm having so much fun with that book. I'm so glad I decided to buy all the singles, and I'm going to get those bound. That's going to be a 6-volume bind that I'm doing. And I just found out today that Herring and Robinson's got the stamp that I wanted for the Nightwing. So I'm super stoked. And the Lobo stamp, I was shocked. I just asked, like, hey, do you got a Lobo stamp by chance? They fucking do. So excited. So excited.
Which means the Custom King has been through this way.
Yeah. I don't know if it's all Zachy, if there's some more people, but I appreciate whoever the hell made those.
Yeah, that's sweet. Yeah, you can just ask and they'll be like, here's what we've got.
Yeah, no, they're amazing. Herring and Robinson has some of the most amazing customer service. Like, I emailed them this morning and they emailed me, emailed them yesterday. They emailed me back right away saying, well, we have some stamps, but instead of sending like an entire list of stuff, like, what are you looking for specifically? Right. I replied back, and then first thing this morning, they sent me pictures of all the stamps. Like, they got them out, took pictures of them and everything. And I was like, yeah, these guys are too cool. Yeah, I love Herring and Robinson.
Yeah. So real quick shout out to the folks that are commenting. What's going on, everyone? Hope everyone's having a good night.
Hello.
Or morning, depending where you are. Yeah, man, I've been powering through my binds. I've got 4 more out of my last batch, so I've read 7. It's been a good time. It's been a good
Jesus,
time.
you have a lot of time on your hands.
I do. Yeah.
I wish I did.
Yeah.
I'm almost done with Batman Volume 4. I've been slowly reading that one as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like a good time.
Yeah, dude,
those pages you sent me.
Yeah, that Etrigan issue. God, that was so much fun.
Is it a lot of Alan Grant in general?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Well, in Volume 4, it's primarily all Alan Grant.
Okay. So you got some like Norm Brayfogle art going? Is that what's happening?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir. I'm 99% sure the pictures that I sent you was Norm Brayfogle.
It looked like it, yeah.
So yeah, no, I've been having a time of my life with that one.
That's fantastic. Dude, yeah, that sounds like fun. I'm really excited to just read like I guess a decade's worth of a single character. I don't think I've ever done that. Like to read a full decade from, one point. I mean,
well, you have more than
I'm thrilled, dude. Probably
Holt
2
was
decades.
16 years. Yeah, it was 16 years. I remember we thought about when I got it in the mail, we looked it up. It was 16 years worth of Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully, from what I know, most of it's good. We'll see. I'm feeling good about it. I'm already in too deep. So what choice do I have?
Yeah, I've got 18 years of Spider-Man. I'm currently sitting at like almost 10 years of Batman. I have a lot more Batman to bind though, but currently I'm almost at 10 years of Batman, like 18 years of Spider-Man. Yeah, it's good stuff. Can't wait. But so yeah, for those that were interested in Herring and Robinson, if you guys are kind of joining in just now, so they have the stamps that they have listed on their website were updated like in 2014, and I was debating on messaging them and asking, hey, do you have additional stamps that aren't on your website? Because I didn't I didn't want to be that annoying guy that's like, what else do you got?
Is this it?
Yeah, that's all you got for free, you fucks. But no, I said screw it. I'm just gonna email them and I'm gonna ask. And I did, and I'm so glad I did, because they had like 3 or 4 different new Batman ones that aren't listed, which I'm super excited about, because one of them's like the old school Batman where it spells out Batman inside the bat symbol, kind of like the Batman 66 style. Oh, I don't care that that's like my favorite Batman logo of all time. I don't care that's like old school Batman. I'm honestly debating on using that symbol for my Batman Rebirth binds. I don't even give a shit that it's an old symbol. I could care less. I love that symbol. It's Batman. Why not, right?
It's your book, dude.
Fuck this modern Batman. We're going old school.
It'll change the stories inside too. I know it will.
Oh, that'd be amazing. So yeah, it was. Anyway, yeah. So anyway,
fun bind video,
so yeah, if you guys have anything that if you guys are looking like, oh, Herring and Robinson doesn't have like the stamp that I was looking for, email them. They are amazing, amazing, amazing guys. Jim is the primary one that I always converse with. He's amazing customer service. They'll probably ask you specifically what ones you're looking for. And just reply back to them and let them know, and they'll be more than happy to send you pics of what they got and everything else. So they got Night for sure. I just confirmed today for myself. They have like 3 different Batman logos. They got Nightwing logo, they got the Lobo logo, and they got House of Mystery, which I'm also excited for. Now the thing is, once again, I'm debating. I think I'm to the point where I don't care though, is that the House of Mystery logo that they have is like the old original logo from like back in the day, right? The logo for like the 2004 run of House of Mystery, it looks different. It's not the same.
More mature, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little more mature. It's not the same logo. Yeah. But when I go to bind it, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Like House of Mystery is House of Mystery, right? And I love the old school logo because it's kind of like got that old creepy, like, old school, like 1950s, 1960s, like era EC kind of vibe to it. So I'm like, I think I'm just going to say screw it. And I'm just going to use the old school logo, even though it's like a more modern book. But I'm curious, what are everybody else's thoughts on that? Would you guys do that too? If you guys preferred an old logo over like a new one, would you use an old logo on a more modern book, even though they don't match up per se? I'm curious to see what anybody else's thoughts are.
See, I'm always thinking of like a grand picture, where like if I imagine Batman across my shelf with die stamps for the eras as it progresses through, I'm like that would be
neat.
that'd be wild.
Unfortunately, I'm a little too
Yeah,
balls deep right now
yeah. No, I
to
totally
do that.
understand. I
But
totally
no, that
understand.
you're right. That would look amazing. I think that's kind of sort of what, well, not exactly what Zachy did, but kind of. He kind of has sort of that same sort of
Right, right.
uniformed look, if you will.
Let me. Oh, geez. Actually, never mind that. I got to do this a different way. I'm not going to expose my personal email like that.
Yeah, no, you don't want to do that, sir.
No,
You don't know
no.
what kind of crazy
Woo.
people might be watching.
Lord.
But yeah, so we're chatting about custom binds right now because
I wanted to show those
I got
stands.
so much stuff. I also just got in all of the Batman Adventures and Batman and Robin Adventure trade paperbacks. I'm gonna rip those apart and bind them. Those ones I'm actually gonna go through Haushin though, because I want to do graphic covers because I think that's just a fun title, and I think those deserve the graphic cover treatment. So I'm gonna go through Haushin on those and let Mike have a heyday designing the Batman and Robin Adventures and the Batman Adventure books.
I'm excited, man. I like doing graphic covers. I don't know. It's a lot easier. Obviously, there's so much less to do, but man, that's all the color and stuff in that title, and the artwork is unreal. That's something I've always wanted to bind, but I never.
You know what else? Dude, get those trade paperbacks. You know why? Newspaper print.
Oh.
Yes. When I got those in the mail, is the first thing I did was open them up.
Series?
I have 7. There's 7 trade paperbacks, and all 7 of them are like that kind of trade newspaper feel. It's not like glossy or anything like that, which makes me so excited. All right, what do we got here? Oh yes, these are the logos that they sent. They emailed me actually earlier today when I asked them what they had, because that Batman bust I knew for a fact they had because Zachy had used that on one of his binds. And I asked him, like, hey, can I use that? And he said, yeah, go for it. So I knew they had that, but I was like, well, what else do you guys have? So, no, I'm super excited. See, I love that one right there, dude. It's like one of my all-time favorite Batman logos. It just takes me back to when I was a kid.
I guess someone just had a really tiny one.
Probably for like the spine. Like instead of like DC or Marvel or whatever, they probably just had it like right there, whereas the bigger one would go like.
Do you think your logos would be this fat?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. Those are gonna be exciting, man.
Yeah, that would fit right on the spine, dude. Just like I might have to go to because it's 64 issues plus issue 065 plus the 1 million is 66. So I want to say there's like 60 plus there's like a couple annuals. So there's like around 68 issues. And so if you did it in 2 volumes, that'd be 34. That'd be way too thick. So I mean, if you broke it down, it'd be like 22, 23 issues.
Right.
So, and if they don't, and if it's too big for the spine, I think that would look fine on the spine. But if it is too big for the spine, I'll just have it slapped right on the front of the cover.
Nice. Yeah. So that's cool. They just send pics like that.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. I was just expecting, like, honestly, I was just expecting a list of like, and I was gonna be like, oh, okay,
right.
But no, they took pics. It was amazing customer service. Love those guys.
See, if they would just take the pictures of all of them and just update their list, they wouldn't have to take pictures for people on a regular basis.
Well, who knows how often people are asking.
That's what it is.
Maybe people are like me, where they're like, I don't really want to.
Well, they could even just put them all out and then just have like little tags under.
Yeah, like I said, the website hasn't been updated since 2014. I don't know. I wish I knew more about website design, because I'd be like, hey, for binds or at a discounted price, I'll update your website if you bind my stuff for free, or like a little tit for tat. But I don't know jack shit about web design, so I know nothing. But it's kind of bummer though, because they have such amazing, like, as we know from Zachy's collection, they have done such amazing cool stuff that, like, the stuff on their website is gorgeous, don't get me wrong, but I think, like, especially those half binds and things that Zachy just did, if they took some pictures and threw that up on their website for like recent completed projects,
of course,
dude, people are just gonna drool over them and just go gaga.
Yeah, just like a picture of a row of his shelf, like a a consistent title. I mean, or some sort. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's up to them, I guess. The stuff they have on there is not even that bad, but I mean, well,
no, it's not bad at all. It looks really good, but yeah.
What can you do? Maybe once they see some of the projects you're sending in, they'll be like, "Hey, now's the time."
We should try to get Herring and Robinson on the show,
cool.
or at least get like Jim, because he's the only one that I ever talked to. But maybe like get Jim on the show. I'd be like, "Hey, Jim, do you want to join our podcast?" And he's like, "No." All right, thanks, Jim.
Yeah, just thought I'd try.
Yeah, just thought we'd try. Speaking of guests that we are going to have on the podcast, though, I can give you guys a little bit of an update.
Okay.
Fuck it. Well, he already agreed to it. We just don't have a date set, but he did agree to it. So, well, one, we have Thomas Judge, which we still need to figure out a time that is going to work for him. I was emailing him last month, and then life took over, and I have not gotten back to him. So we need to like try to set aside like a definitive day where we're all available due to his time zone restraints.
Yeah. Is he willing to stay up for us?
He said it. He said he would, but he said it has to be on certain days now, because he said like last time he did it, it just wrecked him. Yeah, so he said that he will do it, but it has to be like on a specific day. And so I just got to match up my work schedule and availability and stuff. So, but yeah, Thomas Judge will be joining us. I just got to hammer that out. But then there's another person that we're going to actually be having on the show here at some point soon. I need to pull up his Instagram. I couldn't remember what it was called. The gentleman's name is Casey Cross. He is the owner and artist of Dark Heart Creations out of Orlando, Florida. So he does kind of basically like creatures and prop shops for like movies or theme parks and like that kind of thing. But he also does commissions. And I discovered, I don't know how I discovered, I stumbled across his Instagram page, and I was scrolling through things and looking at all the things that he's done. And I was like, this is incredible. Like, and he did like this 4.5 foot tall earthworm gem.
Yeah.
And I was like, this thing has got to be like super expensive. They're not like straight up statues. He uses like a foam and then like clay and then, paints and everything. So it's not like a bronze statue or like a porcelain statue or like anything like that. But either way, I was like, well, this has got to be like expensive. And so I messaged him and I asked him about a commission that I want done of like a bust from like, here up or whatever. And I'm deciding between Lobo or Herman Munster. I'm not sure which. He told me to get both. And I'm like, oh, of course you're going to say that. But so I'm trying to decide.
2 for 1. It's 2 for 1 though, right?
Well, in that case, yeah, for sure. Buy one, get one. But to do this, and it was about 18 inches tall would be like the bust or so. He said the price is give or take anywhere between $350 to $400, and I was blown away at these prices. That 4.5 foot tall earthworm gem statue he did, if you guys look on his Instagram, is I think he said it was $1,500, and I couldn't believe it. That is absolute insanity.
Yeah.
Let me pull up his. So his Instagram is CO and then cross. So COCROSS 79. So co-cross 79. And the dude's stellar. Amazing stuff. He actually just did an Real Monsters Crumb statue.
Mm-hmm.
And it's incredible. He just finished it today and like posted stuff on his Instagram, and it looks beautiful. So he is actually going to be coming onto the show here, and we're going to discuss, pop culture, how he got into it, statues, that kind of thing. So
I misunderstood. I thought you were going to mention someone in 2021, but okay. I don't know.
Yeah,
if we officially announce that or not yet?
Fuck it. So we're gonna have another guest. Yeah. Fingers crossed that all pans out. And I guess it's good to get it out there now, so that way people can follow us and get
keep the push going.
And keep the push going and prepare your questions.
Get your pitchforks ready. We will call on you if necessary.
Because for this one, we really want to get like a really big like live show turnout for this one. Okay, so I went on a massive reading binge of W. Maxwell Prince. For those that may not recognize him by name, he is the co-creator and writer of Ice Cream Man, which, as you guys know, we have sucked the cock of numerous times on this show.
We've
Ice Cream
thoroughly
Man,
endorsed it.
yeah, we have endorsed it more times than I think I've endorsed any other book in my life. Love Ice Cream Man. So I was like, well, if I like Ice Cream Man, I want to see like what the rest of his library is like, and I'm gonna read. And I just went on this like major W. Maxwell Prince binge, and it's not like there's a lot to it. His library, his bibliography is kind of small, but amazing stuff. So I read 1 Week in the Library, which is phenomenal. So good. Oh my god! I told Mike, I was like, dude, you got to read this. If you like Ice Cream Man, you got to read this. I read Judas: The Last Days, which is about Judas Iscariot in modern times, and I was like, under normal circumstances, that book would never interest me ever at all. But it was so good, like the way he did it and what it was about. I don't want to spoil anything, but it was really good. Wow. Then I also read The Electric Sublime.
Yeah.
That's also really trippy, really good. He writes a lot of trippy stuff. If you guys like Ice Cream Man, you're gonna love his other stuff too. I think Ice Cream Man is like the creme de la creme of his stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, but his earlier works.
King of Nowhere.
Yeah, King of Nowhere. That's another really good one.
Right. Yeah.
He did a one shot for Simon Garth, Marvel Zombie. That one shot that he did was kind of fun. I wish that one was kind of ongoing because I think there could have been more to it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I just went on this huge binge and I was like, man, this guy's writing is amazing. And it hit the feels on so many different books in so many different ways. So I emailed him and I said, hey, and I just went on like this whole big spiel about how much I love his books and my thoughts on each title, blah, blah, blah. Right.
Yeah.
So I said, would you ever want to come on to our show? HaHa's coming out, his new Image title. Which seems to be kind of like the same along the lines of like Ice Cream Man with the anthology, only this time it's gonna be different artists each issue. And I was like, do you want to come on, to our podcast? We'd love, or our YouTube show, and we'd love to talk to you and stuff. And he wrote back and he's like, I got a lot of stuff happening right now in 2020, so I won't be able to do it until next year. And I was like, well, maybe in January when HaHa comes out, like you can come on to kind of promote that. So as it stands right now, fingers crossed, we are going to be having W. Maxwell Prince on the show in 2021, early 2021, maybe like late January, to come on and just talk to us about anything and everything. And we're just going to completely fanboy out the entire time he's on. So
he's gonna tell us when the Ice Cream Man oversized hardcovers are coming out.
That's a question. So
I'm gonna say, listen, Will. I do need to know, should I start buying HaHa floppies or will there be OHCs? Because I'm either gonna bind it or I'm waiting for an oversized hardcover. You gotta tell me now. If I'm gonna start binding it, I want to start buying it.
Look, is there gonna be an Ice Cream Man Absolute Edition type thing? Because if not, Mike's gonna just do it himself, but that's gonna be very pricey. So so anyways, he's going to be coming onto the show. So we'll obviously keep everybody posted and things as we get closer to that, but also something to look forward to. We're getting some really cool guests and people to kind of BS with us on. So super excited about that. And if you guys haven't read anything else by W. Maxwell Prince other than Ice Cream Man, go check it out. His stuff is great. Electric Sublime, King of Nowhere, 1 Week in the Library, all amazing stuff. So
yeah, he's great, man. I can't wait to see what he does with HaHa. I'm very excited for that. I don't know, man. I'm very tempted to just go get it on a monthly basis, enjoy it physically, and then bind it once it's done 10 years from now or however long it takes.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. So
I want oversized hardcovers, man, especially for Ice Cream Man. And Martin Morazzo artwork is so creepy, so detailed, and so good. Like
Martin Morazzo also worked with them on what other title was it?
Electric Sublime, right?
Electric Sublime, I think yes, it was Electric Sublime that Martin Morazzo also worked with him on. So they've kind of had a working relationship for a while, but Yeah, no, W. Maxwell Prince, like he seemed like a really cool guy when he responded, and I can't wait.
Yeah, you gave a serious long story short on the email we sent him.
I did. I felt kind of bad sending it, but I prefaced it with, "Look, man, I'm gonna try not to fanboy out," and then I completely fanboyed out.
Let me tell you about every title of yours and why I love it.
I did.
It's great. I'm sure he's happy about it.
I didn't mean to go into that much detail, but his book seriously hit me like on so many different emotional levels. Anyway,
listen, if I was interacting with Grant Morrison on any level, I would go into a trance as well. Simon Spurrier as well. It's just it happens.
Speaking of Grant Morrison, he has come out as it's not no longer he. Would he be they? I don't know the proper pronoun. Is it
he transcends all of these things.
Is not
he's a star child. It doesn't even matter.
Grant Morrison is non-binary.
He's non-binary.
He said that. Is it they? Is they? But not. I don't know. This is horrible. I think it's.
I think they is the safest bet because it's all inclusive.
I agree. So we'll just say they, as in Grant Morrison, came out.
Just say Grant Morrison
came out in a recent interview.
He's his own
and said that he prefers to be recognized as non-binary.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like big news a couple weeks ago. I saw that and I messaged Mike. I was like, and Mike goes, "I'm not surprised."
I mean, come on. He's like, Grant Morrison.
It's Grant Morrison.
He's his own personal pronoun already.
Yeah, the man's an alien. He's not even non-binary. The man's an alien.
Yeah, he's in his own category. Of course, yeah. He can say he is whatever he is, and I believe it.
Yeah.
The things he's done in stories. I mean, I buy it all. I believe him.
Well, one thing that came out, I guess I'm curious about this. Maybe if anybody else has played this, let me know. It just dropped last night. I almost bought it when it dropped at midnight, but I haven't done it yet. Miles Morales Spider-Man is officially out for PS4, PS5. I don't know what else it came out on, but I have PS4. I don't have PS5. I'm not going to upgrade. I don't play enough video games to justify spending money on a PS5. But I was debating on buying this Miles Morales game. If nothing else, my son would love it, so I'll probably do it either way. But I almost bought it last night, and I was like, I'm gonna play the shit out of this, and then I didn't. Yeah. And now I'm debating, like, should I? And then also there was a new Assassin's Creed that just dropped this week too.
Yeah, the Valhalla one.
Yeah, dude, that game looks sick.
It looks cool. Dude, all I have is a Switch now. I don't get to enjoy these things anymore.
So I'm just curious as to if anybody has played it, what their thoughts are. Because
it looked really good.
I don't have a lot of time to play video games. I don't have a lot of time to do much of anything anymore.
So did that other Spider-Man game end up making its way to PS4, or was it just PS5?
Which one?
The most recent Spider-Man game that came out. It was
the most
sorry,
recent,
it must have been PS4 only.
Yeah, it was PS4 only.
I'm thinking PS4,
yeah, it was like a PS4 like launch title basically. Yeah, no, that one was only PS4, or not a launch title, but like you could buy it. It was a PS4 exclusive, and you could buy a new PS4 with that game in your box, which is how I got my PS4.
Yeah.
And then this one, when they announced Miles Morales, that one was a launch title for PS5. And I was like, well, shit, now I got to upgrade to PS5, and I don't even want a PS5. And then they said, oh, just kidding. We're also releasing it on PS4. Nice. And I was like, oh, well, if that's the case, then I'm going to get this.
Well, I mean, the reality is not that many people are going to have PS5s because it's like everywhere they're selling it. I mean, from what I've seen in Canada, they're selling it in like batches. So they'll set up a batch of people every like 3 hours. So I think today was 12, 3, 6, and 9 for PS5. And that's it. Like that batch gets in, that's it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're sold out where I'm at. Because there's a dude that I know that I work with. He posted a picture on Facebook and said, here's my picture of the PS, or he took a picture of a PS4 and he goes, here's my PS4. And then he put like in the comments, like, yes, I can get you one. PM me now. No, it will not be MSRP price. And like I'm like, oh, he's in with the hacker, or in with the scalpers.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the secondary market is on a PS5, but
probably pretty nice.
Well, PS5s weren't very cheap to begin with. So, I mean, depending on what you get, you can get like the digital only version, or you could buy the digital with the disc version. And there's like $100 difference just between those two. and then there's scalper price on top of it.
Right. It's wild. Yeah, my one of my coworkers got one today, paid like $880, I think, for it. I mean, I think it was a bundle. So
someone just commented and said 1,000 plus.
Woo, get it.
Dude, that makes me like, I wish I would have been that smart and bought like a PS5 just to turn around and flip.
Just to flip
like,
it.
Just to be an asshole and be like, I'm gonna make $400 off of you today.
I couldn't. Yeah.
Obviously, I can't either. I didn't do it, but there's a part of me that's like, there's a part of me like the
that way. Yeah.
The businessman in me is like
businessman. Like, wouldn't it be great to not do voiceovers for a couple of weeks? Let's flip one of these.
No shit. Yeah, I've been doing so much like voiceover work, which is great because it's truly, that line of work is truly feast or famine. Like, it's either you're making a lot of money or you're not making shit, and it can change overnight. Mm-hmm. And so when it's riding high, it sucks, but you just got to ride it out and enjoy the shit out of it while you can, because it's not always going to be there. Right. And so for like the last month and a half, it's been very intense. So I have time to do nothing but that. And then my full-time job, and then like my wife and kids. So, but like, it's taking up all my free time. But it's working out well, making that. Gotta pay for those binds somehow.
Exactly, right.
Gotta pay for those binds somehow.
I mean, it happens. Glad it's been good.
One other thing too. So as you can tell, Mike's wearing his hardcover comic shirt, our original logo that for whatever reason always appears blue instead of green in his video.
It's because of my eyes.
Oh, you steely blue-eyed fuck. So that's the one shirt. Then we have the other shirts and things that we've shown and whatnot. And I just got another thing made. I haven't gotten in the mail yet. I should be getting it in the mail on Friday. If it turns out really well, I'm going to be super geeked. I buy it for myself, but I have had a few people ask me in the past about these. So I got a hat made, an embroidered hat. With the new logo, with like that Punisher 2099 logo. I had it embroidered onto a black flex fit fitted hat. And it's like the grayish white logo, not the red one.
Right.
And it's done, and they mailed it, and it'll be here.
Ooh,
I think it said by Monday. So I will be throwing up pictures on our Instagram. So for those that have been asking though about hats, if this one turns out well, yes, we can do hats, but I think it was like, it cost me to get mine made. It was like $32. I mean, they're not cheap, and we wouldn't charge it. We would just charge whatever the hell it is that they charge us to get it made. So like, we would make nothing on it. But if anybody wants one just to support the channel because you want a cool hat, I'll be posting pictures on Monday. Hopefully it turns out well. Fingers crossed.
If you don't see pictures on Monday, you get it.
You get what you get, but otherwise, we also have these nifty hardcover comic mugs, coffee mugs.
Correct. Yep.
And these were what, $12, I think. I think $12.
Something like that.
And that's international shipping too. I actually just had one of these shipped to one of our good buddies in Ireland, and I think it was like $12 to ship it all the way to Ireland as well. So if anybody's interested, we have these nice coffee mugs. But
it's great. I use mine every day.
Do you want to jump into some comments here?
We can do a dive into the comments.
Did you have anything else you wanted to touch base on?
I knew there was some reason I wanted to, when I hit you up initially earlier today or yesterday about going live, there was something I wanted to discuss, but I've completely forgotten it at this point. So I'm sure it might come back to me. Now I'm just thinking about what kind of 4.5 foot statue I'd get.
Right? And if you're lucky, right, since you're driving down here, once the fucking borders open and you drive down here, knowing about how much time it takes, if you time it right, you could have it made, shipped to my house.
Interesting.
And then you could drive home with it, like you could in the carpool lane. You could
right? Yeah, I could just have
your fucking statue in the.
I'll just have my bloodshot with his guns pointing.
Dude, I was debating, and I debated on asking him for a ninjak.
Right.
I was like, oh, that'd be sick. And then I was like, man, I don't know. I was like, I kind of want to go like a little bit nerdier. I was like, Lobo would be really cool to do. because he has like all those like kind of really cool defining features, like with the cigar, like it would just look really cool.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, but then again, Herman Munster is my man. I love Herman Munster. I was like, that one would be a lot of cool too. Like, I don't have much Munster stuff in my office, so I was like, Herman Munster would be sick.
Right. I mean, it's a decent investment. I mean, if you're gonna pick one, it's a tough choice. It's a big deal.
It is, right? But for $350, I mean, I might just order a lot.
Damn.
I'm kidding. I'm not made of money.
We'll see what happens after the live show. I'm kidding.
All right. Well, if you think of what it is that you wanted to ask, jump in. Oh, The Mandalorian's back. There's 2 episodes out right now. I have not seen either. Have you seen either?
No, I have not.
I was kind of wanting to go back and like rewatch like the last few episodes of the first season just to sort of like refresh my memory.
Sure.
But yeah, The Mandalorian, apparently it's really good. A lot of people are loving season 2 of Mandalorian. So, all right, let's dive into some comments and see how everybody's doing. Dr. Cactus found your channel 2 weeks ago, and now I'm reading a bunch of different stuff. Love the vids. Awesome.
Glad you enjoy. Yeah, we like to spice it up often. I've really been tickling the idea of doing boom anthologies because they do a lot of minis and they're usually fantastic. I think one came out last week called Origins. The first issue looked really nice. The single issues they've been doing for like this Dune comic series look fantastic as well. I'm just holding it, like feeling the paper. I was like, damn it, they put out such a good single issue, but they also put out incredible trade paperbacks. But yeah, I've been playing around with that idea late at night in bed. So we'll see what happens. But
very cool.
Welcome, Dr. Cactus.
Before I forget, I want to throw something out into the universe. I tried this a few weeks ago on various social media aspects, and I've gotten 0 bites, which I was really hopeful for at least 1, and I got 0. If anybody knows of anybody that's selling or wants to part with or what have you, the Easton Press version of The Crow, the leather bound edition with like the gold foil pages and whatnot, let me know. I'm seriously
sounds so serious. My God.
I'm seriously looking for this book. I've searched everywhere. I cannot find it. I thought if I threw it out into the universe, I would get at least 1 bite. Nothing. I'm prepared to do what I got to do to get this book. I've decided it is my it is the whitest whale of whales. It is the Moby Dick of my collection. I'm in dire need of this book. So if anybody has any leads on an Easton Press, not the graffiti one, not the new director's cut, none of that, the Easton Press leather bound edition of The Crow, let me know, please. I beg of you.
That was very serious. Listen, don't ask too many times in that omnibus group. You might offend someone and they'll kick you out.
Brandon, what is up, guys? How's it going, good sir? Ateet, hey man, what's going on?
Ateet, yo.
Nasir, hello.
What's going on?
Mitch, what's up, dude?
What's going on, Mitch?
Brandon, almost done with volume 2 of Absolute Swamp Thing. Man, do I love the artwork in these books.
It's very nice stuff, yeah. The recoloring, I don't mind it. A lot of people hate it.
A lot of people hated it.
I think it looks nice.
Okay, here's my question, because I don't have the absolutes, obviously, because I have a custom bound. But my question would be, is it like the Killing Joke, where it has the original and the it's just all recolored?
Just all recolored, yeah.
Oh,
okay. I can understand it. It would have been a good move for them to do that where they have both. I mean, that would have been fat thick books, but
yeah, those would have
been. But
thick.
I mean, I think people would have paid for it, or even like 2 hardcovers in one absolute release. One that's new coloring, one that's original. I mean, people might pay for it. If they paid for that year 1, it was like 100. I think it was 144 Canadian cover price. Year 1 printed twice, and it was ridiculous. But people bought that shit. When I was flipping through it, the thought that kept going into my head was I would die for a black and white version of this, because it must look amazing with like inks, just black and white. Oh man, it must look so good.
That'd be neat.
I wish.
Mitch, oh, I love this idea. Bind all absolute Swamp Things into one big damn Swamp Thing. Yes or no?
I think you mean yes or yes.
Yeah. Yes or hell yes.
Yeah.
Which yes do you prefer? Well, especially with the binding on volume 1 not being the best and kind of falling apart. Why the fuck not take it apart and send it in somewhere and get that shit bound?
Oh man, then do it in like imitation leather. I like the little aesthetic they went with, but I mean, let's be real here. If you're doing a big damn Swamp Thing,
and then if you're friends with Thomas Judge and he's got the connection, you can get those really nice slip cases made with like the gold foil and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we should get Thomas on the show and ask him that and see if, like, I don't know if he's a Swamp Thing fan or not. I don't think we ever talked about Swamp Thing with him, but if he is, we should be like, do you have any interest in doing this? Because like, you're the only one we know with the balls to do it. So
yeah,
let's do this. I'm gonna ask him that when he comes on. That's a really good one. Do either of you happen to know when Cheap Graphic Novels Black Friday sale tends to fall? I do not. I don't even know if I've ever. I think I've only bought from Cheap Graphic Novels once. I will say this though. I know for a fact Omar had a video drop this evening.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Where he did an interview with Cheap Graphic Novels, so it very well may be in that interview. But don't go watch it until we're done tonight. Then you can go watch. Like, don't leave us to go watch Omar. I mean,
yeah.
I'm kidding. But no, Omar did have a video earlier tonight though, where he interviewed Cheap Graphic. So it's very possible that was discussed. I haven't seen it yet, but I do know that the video exists. Eric, what up? I like your avatar. Brandon, I like the absolutes how they are. Oh, he likes the recoloring.
Yeah,
he doesn't mind the recoloring either. JT, hey guys, I recently read Alienated based on your recommendations and really enjoyed it. Gave me some Chronicles vibes.
Great series, love that mini. I think when I posted the video thumbnail on our Instagram, the artist got back to us. Chris
really?
It was exciting. Yeah,
that's cool.
You just said thanks.
We're like, yeah, come on to our show. You gotta start inviting people onto the show for us to interview them. We need more guests. Yeah. You're dropping the ball, sir.
I agree. I get starstruck, man. They're not normal people.
They're normal people that can draw really good.
Yeah.
Conroy, I just got an order from Herring and Robinson in the mail today. Okay, 2 questions. 1, what did you get? Obviously, we're going to ask that. 2, 3 questions. How was your experience? And was this like kind of 2-parter? How was your experience? And was this your first time with Herring and Robinson? And then 3, what was your turnaround time? Just so everybody knows that I'm not blowing smoke up their ass. Their turnaround time is very quick. JT, it's 11:47 here in Malaysia. Holiday today for, I'm going to say this wrong. Is it Diwali?
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Are you just guessing too?
Yeah, no, that's right. That's right.
Okay. Diwali, the Hindu festival of lights. So we've got the long weekend. Hope everyone here is having a great time. Awesome, man. I'm glad you were able to join us on this holiday morning.
Diwali, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always nice to get a little break,
Brand, always a good time when talking about comics.
Certainly, yeah.
Rosie, what is up?
What up, Rosie?
H&R confirmed with me that they also have the new DC logo stamp.
Nice.
Very cool. So there we go. We have confirmation on another stamp that does not exist on their website, but should.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. They have the new DC logo. Dat boy Steve. Yo, what up, peeps and geeks? Biden won, so I will, maybe sadly, not be moving to free healthcare legal weed Canada. Not only did Biden win, but there's a lot of states that also created legal weed. Sadly, like Nebraska is not one of them, but there's like six new states, I think, that legalized weed. I think I think 6 more. Oh, is it 5?
Wow.
5 or 6 more. No, there was already like on election day. Like there was 5 or 6 more states that legalized weed.
Right. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That's what I heard as well.
Like half of the United States has legal weed.
Some I think one of the states is talking about like psychedelics as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Oregon.
Oregon, right.
Oregon, yeah. Oregon, where they're gonna legalize crack. No,
I mean, they should legalize it all, man.
No, there was a study that came out that said psilocybin treats I think it was bipolar, if I remember correctly, better than some of the over-the-counter medications that they were prescribing people to begin with.
Right.
And so for those who don't know psilocybin, the mushrooms and the fun stuff. So
yeah, I mean, it's unclear if it's like a large dose or it could be just microdosing, right?
It probably is microdosing. I mean, they're obviously going to say, "Hey, go trip your balls off, not to have bipolar."
But, heroic dose.
Yeah. Don't go Joey Diaz on it, but they're definitely gonna. It's probably microdosing, but even still, like I think that's pretty freaking cool that they're finding alternative, like natural alternatives to.
Studies like that have been around. Yeah, studies like that have been around for a while. They just choose to ignore them.
Well, I'm glad that they're coming to light.
I know. I agree.
Go nice. Oregon.
I think there's a lot of studies and research that's been done with like MDMA. I've never personally done it, but they say it helps with PTSD. It's a big one. MDMA seems to help with that.
That'd be crazy. I don't know if I could do that one.
I mean, again, it's regulated and it's by a doctor. It's not, here pop Molly.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's kind of.
I just don't know. I mean, it's like it lasts for like what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. If I remember, is that right?
That's cocaine. I think that's cocaine.
Shit.
I don't know. Again, I've never done it, but apparently, I mean, people do it. I think it lasts hours.
Oh, what am I thinking?
I always heard, but I never knew if it was true or not. But I always heard that MDMA or street name ecstasy would.
Oh no! I can confirm ecstasy lasts hours. I know from personal experience.
Right. Okay, yeah. Right.
Sorry, when you said MDMA, I was thinking DMT.
You're right. DMT is like 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was thinking DMT when you said MDMA. No, I can confirm many years ago, from personal experience, multiple times. It does last hours.
So that's what they're using for PTSD treatment.
I could see how that would work.
Yeah. Right.
I could see
how
that
would
work.
So good. Here you go.
Walking on fucking clouds to a beat in your own head that nobody else can hear. But I'll tell you what, that beat was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was many years ago, though. I don't condone it. I do not condone it, but it was many years ago. I'm an old man.
Yeah. So I just real quick before I forget this about Maxwell Prince, I saw him post on his Instagram that some money from Ice Cream Man issue number 22 dropping in December is going to Planned Parenthood.
Yes, I read that too.
Yeah, because it's going to be I guess that's going to be a theme in the issue. But I thought that was cool. I was like, this guy, I mean, he's not a huge writer. For him to be doing that on his creator-owned series, I mean, for whatever it's, I mean, yeah, good for him.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited. Austin, what up, man?
What's going on, Austin?
Brandon, I think it'd be kind of cool to have old logos on current binds. Thank you. Okay, so I'm not the only. I'm just gonna do it no matter what. It's my binds. Fuck you. But no, I'm kidding. No, but I am excited to hear that I'm not the only one that thinks that.
Sure.
You're right. What do you think, Mike? What was your thought on that?
See, like I was thinking about the Swamp Thing logo, but has that ever changed?
Oh yeah. Look at Nancy Collins compared to Bronze Age.
Oh right, yeah, of course.
Yeah, no,
I really like that Bronze Age. I would just keep that Bronze Age.
That Bronze Age swampy look.
It's perfect,
dude. And they have that as a stamp at H&R. It is confirmed as of 2014 that stamp is available.
That's all they needed. They didn't need to make changes to it, but
yeah. No, I would definitely like. I already got mine or graphic covers or whatever. But if I were to do any new swamp, like for instance, this new one that I'm going to be doing for the Dice Art and Andy Diggle run,
yeah,
I am going to use that old school Swamp Thing logo.
Why
I just
not?
Like, dude, I'm
Beautiful.
old. I'm like one of those people that like refuses to like acknowledge modern times.
You're gonna be like, see, it's got the old Swamp Thing logo. This isn't
Back
from
in my day.
This isn't from 2016. It's got the old Swamp Thing logo on there. This is classic 80s, 60s stuff.
One of these days, like when I'm old and gone and my kids are trying to sell off my collection because they don't want it. People are going to be like, this isn't the right logo. Yeah, I know my dad is kind of an idiot.
I think they'll just
Greg, you guys just started. I was busy playing the new Assassin's Creed. Well, we kind of talked about Assassin's Creed for a brief minute. How is it? It looked awesome. Like it looked really, really cool. And T-Mobile actually gave me like a $10 off coupon to buy it. And I'm like, I was so tempted, but again, I just don't have time to play video games, and I'm afraid that that would be a soul sucker of a game.
It's a long one.
Yeah. Does anybody know when X-Men Omni Volume 2 will restock? It was supposed to come out this week, but I did not see it on IST or CGN. Someone said I'm pretty sure it came out yesterday. Crazy that's out of stock already. I think he's confirming. That's what I'm saying. That went out of stock way too fast. I hope they restock by December at least. No. See, this is why you just go with customs, gentlemen. And you don't have to worry about shit. No. It'd be hard to do customs.
Uncanny X-Men Volume 2 is a tough one.
Yeah, those would be very difficult to
do. They don't do like thick trade paperbacks for those, right? I don't think so.
I don't know. I know they do like the 90s and stuff, but I don't know.
Collections, I guess.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to think if they have any Epic collections from. They probably do, but the Epic collections don't collect in order though. Like they skip around. Right. Like they number them like they're eventually going to be in order.
Yeah,
but the release dates are like very random and sporadic.
Yeah. Like the first volume released was like Wolverine Volume 17.
Yeah,
like it made no sense. Yeah.
I pre-ordered mine at my local comic shop. Just haven't went and grabbed it yet. So what Brandon is saying is that he has a copy that he's going to sell to you for over cover price. Matt D, the two studs themselves.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Michael Wilson, I actually managed to get Uncanny X-Men Omnibus Volume 2 off of CGN. Wow. So it did in fact drop, and it just went out of stock that fast.
Damn.
Got it exactly at 3 p.m. Ooh. See, this is another reason why I'm glad I said fuck officials. Like, don't get me wrong, I love officials and I'm not knocking them or anything like that. That's what got us all started in this hobby to begin with. Like, I'm not knocking it. But this new like race, like, I remember back like when a book dropped, I could wait till the next day to buy it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Now it's like unless you order the second it drops, you're fucked. And I don't like that feeling. It's like this PS5 issue. Like they're gonna start doing lottery tickets for omnibuses.
Crazy. Yeah, right. I mean, we don't have that problem in Canada, definitely. Most of the time I'm not even pre-ordering things anymore because the price is so high. I'm not gonna pay that. And eventually the price drops and that's when I buy it. It's great.
There you go.
Prices are never that great though, so at the end of the day, whatever.
Brandon, Ice Cream Man is so good. Yeah,
one of the best.
One of the best.
I feel like Haha's going to be fierce competition.
Check out Ice Cream Man. Jump on it. And Brandon agrees. Get on it.
Yeah, get on it.
Jump on it. I got my PS5 coming in either tomorrow or Saturday. Cannot wait to play Miles Morales. I do want to see it on PS5. I just can't justify buying a PS5, especially at $1,000 right now. Miles is both PS4. Yes, and I'm going to get on PS4. I'll probably end up getting it for my son, worst case scenario. But I want to play Miles Morales so bad, but I want to play it on PS5, so I'll just have to wait. I bought Miles Morales, haven't started it yet. Since I am playing Assassin's Creed. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's too good of a week for video games. Assassin's Creed is awesome.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, they're jumping in for like 3 seconds just to say hi, and then they're going back to their video games. Okay, thoughts on Three Jokers. Reviews I've read are very mixed. Love to hear your thoughts.
I honestly still need to read it. Is the third issue out?
It might be by now, because I feel like the second one dropped. I think it was like at least a month ago. So the third one's probably. I was actually waiting for all of them to drop. So then I was going to binge it because I didn't want to wait a month, because then I would have forgotten all about it, because that's just how my brain works.
I need to read it.
All right, well, we're gonna read it, and then we will give you an update on our next live show. We'll both go through and binge it, and we'll give updates on the next live show. The crazy thing is people actually pay that price. Yeah, it's ridiculous. If you're going to pay that price, you would think you would have the intelligence to pre-order or wait or do whatever you got to do to pay like normal price for the PS5. You know, I don't understand why people are willing to pay those crazy freaking prices.
FOMO, man. FOMO.
The best thing about Miles Morales and Assassin's Creed, you can buy it for PS4, upgrade it to the PS5 version for free once you get the new console.
Boom goes the dynamite.
That's awesome. But here's my next question. If that is the case, is there like, say I wait a year to buy a PS5, like is there like a time frame that you can upgrade or like
an expiration? Yeah,
is there like an expiration on that? Because if I wait like a year or two, whatever, you know, if I wait like a year to buy a PS5, then I guess that would be my question.
Greg, check in with us on that. Thanks.
Party. Damn, dude, I do need a hat. That sounds dope. Dude, check out Instagram on my fingers crossed it arrives on Monday. Check out our Instagram at the hardcover comic. Hopefully it I haven't seen what it looks like. I pray that it looks really good. I need a new hat. I'm in dire need of one. So I'm like,
this is serious. Yeah.
This is a very serious thing for me right now. Amazon Canadian prices. He knows that since the start of the pandemic, Indigo stopped matching Amazon Canada prices for Omnibus. Any idea if it's temporary?
I mean, I have no idea. I wish I was that much in the game where I had insider scoops on this stuff. But if Indigo's going higher, man, I mean, I would just stick with Amazon. But I'm curious to know what's happening at Indigo now.
I will say something that's pissing me off about Indigo. So I go onto isbns.net and I'll like for when I'm looking for like out of print books, you know, or books that I need, etc. And they'll say something like you'll search and it'll say like in stock on Indigo, and I'm like, oh fuck yeah. So then I go to Indigo's web, and it's happened to me with 3 different books in the last 3 weeks. I'll go to Indigo's site like fully ready to buy it and pay for shipping to the US, and then it goes, oh, this book's out of stock, and I'm like, well, why are you listing it as in stock? Like
right
yeah. The hell, I got so excited, dude, when I found these books. I was like, yay, and then it didn't happen.
Man, it looks like
I'd be interested in getting a mug. Heck yeah. Email us at thehardcovercomic@gmail.com. If anybody's interested in anything, shirts, mugs, hats, phone cases, whatever.
Email us.
Yeah, email us. We'll send you guys like what stuff looks like, and we'll chat it up. Yes, true enough, Greg, but I personally want to play first on PS5. I mean, that makes sense. It's going to be gorgeous on a PS5. But
it's fresh experience.
Yeah, I get it. Smash that like button. There's the gentleman of the hour. He's the one that made the design for the new the Punisher 2099 design, if you will. Christoph is the one that actually did that for us.
He
unprompted, just did it on his own accord and said, here you guys go, enjoy.
Out of the goodness of his heart. And in October, he cranked out a logo every day. It was wild. It's part of some, I think it's called like Comtober or something. Every single day, new logo. Not for us, but just in general.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty wild.
It's nuts. But great, so if you guys like the new logo, that Punisher 2099, you know, style logo, that was all
inspired one. Yeah.
Completely unrelated to anything thus far, but Wolverine versus Bloodshot. I saw a pick up above and it got me thinking. That's a really good thing. Yeah, like what do you do? Because they both heal.
Yeah. Well,
there's no way you're gonna take them down. Huh?
I think I gotta go with the Canuck.
Is it
I think Wolverine? Well, because Bloodshot needs protein eventually.
But he can eat Wolverine's arm.
I guess so. If he doesn't run out of ammo. If he doesn't run out of ammo, I mean,
okay, that's where he gets fucked, is ammo. Right. Because Wolverine obviously doesn't need ammo or guns or anything. Like, he's got his shit built in. So that's where Bloodshot would run out of luck, I think, would be the ammo.
He can't really have any weapons. I mean, like physical weapons, like close. I mean, they're all gonna break on this adamantium. Like, it's
true. You know, all right, I'm with you. Gotta go with Wolverine. Good point. Running out of ammo, things like that. Gotta go with Wolverine.
It'd be a fun fight to watch, though.
It would be very fun, and it would probably last a very long time. And there would have to be a scene where it eventually got to the point to where you just see Bloodshot grabbing a hold of like Wolverine's ear and like Tysoning it, or whatever.
Yeah,
yeah. That would make
it
for
wild.
Very epic.
Get super savage.
That would be epic.
Wow, man.
Oh, speaking of Bloodshot, it has been confirmed that they are making a Bloodshot 2 movie with Vin Diesel reprising his role as Bloodshot.
Good. Nice.
So that was what confirmed earlier this week.
Is that confirmed, or is that like She-Hulk casting confirmed?
I'm pretty fuck. Now I can't remember the source. It might be She-Hulk-ish, but I want to say it was legit. I want to say like Dinesh said something, but I might be wrong. Or Variety posted. Fuck, I don't know, man.
All right.
I can't remember the source now, but it was out there. It was put out in the ether.
Yeah.
Just ordered the 2 volumes of Lucifer. Seems like a dope series. Also watched your videos on those, so I was persuaded to buy it. Very cool. I almost bought volume 2, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna sell volume 1. I'm gonna buy the trade paperbacks. I'm gonna bind those instead. Just because I'm binding Books of Magic and I'm binding The Dreaming and all that. So I was like, might as well just bind Lucifer too.
Yeah.
Oh, we have another H&R fan. Just sent my first ever bind to H&R. Sent an Old Man Hawkeye, followed by the original Old Man Logan Millar series. It's all your fault.
Nice. Yes. Blame Matt.
Oh, I'm excited. I got Mike this close to leaving Layman and going to
He's got me, yeah.
He's this close.
Just so much. There's so much.
This close to paying international shipping to do it.
Hey man, it's not that bad. And I guess depends how many binds I want to send in. Damn it, we'll see.
If you did like 3 or 4,
the speed,
at least like get your money's worth, like 3 or 4,
Yeah.
Because you don't want to do one. You got to do at least like 3, minimum of 3. Because if you do 1, it's not really worth your money for shipping. You got to like make it worth your money.
Yeah.
But if you go like 9 or 10, it's probably gonna be really expensive,
ridiculous. Yeah,
to ship back. You know what I mean? So you kind of got to go in the middle, like 3 to 5.
We'll see.
That's a good one. Here you go, Mike. How do you guys feel about X of Swords?
I have no idea. I haven't read it yet. I'm waiting for the oversized hardcover.
I thought you were reading it with Rusty.
No.
Oh.
I don't have time, man. I can barely keep up with death metal.
Yeah, no. I'm
3 issues of X-Men this week. I'm gonna wait for the oversized hardcover.
Yeah,
it's so much cheaper.
I'm not reading anything current because I don't have time. I'll forget. My brain doesn't work, whatever. So I'm reading old shit. But one of our good friends, Alex, is has it Alex Marvel Rant or Marvel Rant Alex? Marvel Rant Alex. So at Marvel Rant Alex on Instagram, he does reviews and things for us every week for Marvel, and he's a huge like Marvel guy. Loves X-Men, loves all that kind of. Like, this is right up his alley. And so every week we post reviews of some of the things that Marvel sends us early advances of. And this last week, we just posted a review of like X of Swords. I want to say it was 14 through 16. Yeah, it was like Marauders and everything else that's been going on. And he's been rating them pretty high. I mean, they're not like 5-star ratings that he's been giving them, but they're like 3.5 to like 4.5 consistently every week. So he's really enjoying it. He thought it was a really fun read. He also spoke very highly of Taskmaster #1. He said it felt kind of Deadpoolish in the beginning, but then it got more serious towards the end. But he spoke very highly of Taskmaster as well. So,
I mean, I really like Hickman's X-Men. I just did a video on Jonathan Hickman, and his X-Men run was in my top 5, whatever you want to call it, the 5 series I talked about. Like, it's great, but the price of getting all 22 issues of X of Swords and binding them, it's going to be, because it's like $5 an issue here in Canada for a regular comic book issue. $5 is what you're paying after taxes. So like that's $110 for the single issues, and then to bind it, I could get the OHC for $50. Come on, it's not even. That's one point where I'm like, I'll have the custom bind and an oversized hardcover in between. I don't care. I really don't care. Like, for the money to get 2 binds done for the money I'm saving. I mean, this is where I've come to now. Back in the day, I'd be like, I get it all. This is what it's come to. But yeah, I mean, it seems like Alex is liking it, and I hear good things.
Yes, he really does. He keeps convincing me to read it every week, and I'm like, dude, it's not that I don't want to. I don't have enough time to read maybe 1 issue a day, which is sad to say because I used to read like 10 issues a day, and now I'm down to like maybe 1. So I just read like the older stuff. Like right now I'm doing Nightwing, and I'm having the time of my life. Absolutely love it. Nightwing is so much fun.
So what happened with your opinion on the artwork on that series? I forgot to ask.
Oh, yes. So, okay. So for those that don't know, or maybe you do know, 90s Nightwing. So the original Dixon run. So Dixon wrote it for the first 60-ish issues, 70-ish issues, like the first good chunk of years. Chuck Dixon wrote it with art by Scott McDaniel, and inks and colors and things by Carl Story. And McDaniel's art is, so when I first started reading it, I was very disappointed because the very first Nightwing, there's a mini series before he gets his own solo. There's a 4-issue mini written by Denny O'Neil, which is amazing. I love the ending of that 4-issue arc. It hit all the feels. Absolutely loved it. Art by Greg Land, which, again, I know Greg Land, everybody's like, oh, you Tracer or whatever. But aside from the stupid ponytail, it was really good art. I thoroughly enjoyed reading that book. And then going
tracing everything, right?
I don't think so. No, but that's just what everybody says. But when you go from Greg Land and Denny O'Neil to Chuck Dixon and Scott McDaniel's run, the writing is still superb. I enjoy the writing a lot, but the artwork completely different. The artwork is very cartoony. It's like that 90s cartoony kind of feel. It almost felt like I was reading Impulse. It was almost like that Humberto Ramos kind of cartoony style. And at first I was like, dude, this sucks. Like, I don't like the art in this book at all. Like, it was frustrating to me. I was like, like, I really want to read this story, but this art is just not my thing. But now that I've I'm like a couple dozen issues in, it's grown on me. It's not like, and there's some parts where I look and I go, oh, that art's kind of shit. And so I definitely wish that it was more, like the original, like Greg Land stuff or whatever. And apparently it does change. Like, once it changes artists, like when Devin Grayson is writing, there's another artist that comes on that's not Scott McDaniel, and they do a more kind of realistic-ish approach. And it looks really good. But yeah, no, it grew on me. I mean, it's fun. The story's a blast. I'm having a lot of fun. It's like that same kind of like art that like 90s Spider-Man was, like late 90s Spider-Man and stuff, the JRJR stuff. Like, it's just
you said it was like a Spider-Man Batman crossover, sort of, is pretty much what it felt like.
Well, yeah, that's story-wise. Like I said, that Nightwing was becoming Nightwing was a character I've always liked, but I never really read a lot of. It was just sort of like a sub-character. I was like, oh yeah, Nightwing, he's cool. So I really started reading Nightwing, and I actually started to fall in love with the character itself, because I was like, this is like if Spider-Man and Batman had a child, that child would be Nightwing. And what I mean by that is, like, he has all of like the Bat characteristics and all the things, like the detective part and whatnot, and all those kind of like Bat things that you love. But at the same time, he has like this personality that's very similar to Spider-Man, where it's like likes to crack like wise cracks and things like that when he's beating up the bad guy. He's always like, he's like trying to look for a girlfriend, and he's on his own now, and he's like a bumbling fool and says stupid things, and is constantly worried about all this, like, how am I going to pay my rent this month, and like this kind of, it goes from like real life for him, where before he's like silver spoon in his mouth, didn't have to worry about anything. And they even kind of talk about that at the very beginning, where Bruce paid for everything, and now Bruce isn't paying for shit, and he has to get a job, he has to make ends meet, and it just felt very Peter Parker-ish in that regard. So I absolutely loved it, because it's like my two childhood characters, Batman and Spider-Man, that I grew up loving, and it's like they meshed together and kind of created this Nightwing character, and It's really fun. I don't know what happens after Chuck Dixon. I haven't gotten to that point yet, like when Devin Grayson takes over, but I'm hoping that same kind of feel is still on that book.
Right.
So
interesting.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
I hope so, man.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Sunfed Soul, good evening.
Hello.
Fire Monkey. Ooh, I like your avatar. Hi, I'm a big fan. I really like that avatar.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's pretty sweet.
It's good. Yeah.
Griffstoff. The fact that you are live now is pushing me to start work on a new THC 2021 logo now.
Whoa, exclusive.
Watch out, guys. I'm going to send it to you in a few days.
Oh, snap.
Yes.
Thank you in advance, sir. Very excited to see that.
Yes, thank you. That is too freaking cool. Jarrett considered grabbing the Tom King Batman Deluxe editions to bind into an Omni or two. Is it worth it? Better to keep them as they are. Wait for an official. Funny you ask. I actually bought all issues, like all 85 issues, and then like any like random tie-ins and things. I bought the singles, and I think I got a pretty good deal on all 80. There's like, well, with all the tie-ins and stuff, I think there's close to 90-ish issues, and I want to say I got them all for like maybe a little over $100. So I did pretty good. So if you can find them that way, I say do that. They're prepped. Well, most of them are prepped and ready to go. So they're getting bound, but I'm using the floppies to bind them. Now, as far as like the storyline, like if you haven't read it, it's gotten a lot of hit and miss reviews. I've only read like the first 50-ish issues. And from what I've read, I really liked it. I thought it was really good. I like Tom King stuff. I thought it was great. But there's a lot of other people that really did not like it. So maybe test it out digitally first to see if it's for you before you commit to that, because it can get a little pricey.
Yeah. I mean, from a binding perspective, I don't know. If you could get all the deluxes for a reasonable price, I would just stick with those. Because the deluxes they're readable. You can carry them. I don't know if you need to make an Omni out of the deluxes.
Yeah.
But it would be cool to see. I'd like to see someone experiment with that.
Fire Monkey. OMG. I love your videos. You have brought so much joy to my life. It's awesome.
Happy to hear it.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. If there's anything, like, I think we've said this before. We're always really shocked when people are like, oh my God, like I love, like to us, we're just a couple of idiots that like reading comic books, and so when people are like, no, like I seriously dig this, or I love this, or like it's kind of mind-blowing to us. It's like I don't remember, like a while back there was someone that was talking about how our videos like helped kick them off of drugs and stuff and help keep them off drugs, and because they switched to comics instead of drugs, and it was just like, what the like that was mind-blowing to us.
Haven't heard from him in a while, but I mean, I hope all is well.
Yeah, but no, it's like things like that is really cool. So I'm glad.
Yeah. There you go.
Hi. I bought all 5 volumes of The Goon last weekend for $100 Canadian. I couldn't believe it. And then he clarified library edition.
Yeah, I was gonna say, okay. Could have been M. Night Shyamalan twist.
$100 Canadian is like
he robbed
$75 US. So you bought all 5 LEs of The Goon, one of the greatest books of all time, mind you, for $75 ish US.
He robbed
Volume 3 sells for close to $200 by itself. And that's just volume 3.
There you go. I mean,
that is the most I get good deals. That is the most insane deal I think I've ever heard of in my entire life.
Congratulations, sir.
Even when they were in print, I think the cheapest that I've seen them for was $90 for all 5. And that was when they were in print.
Yeah.
That is the most insane deal.
Nicely done, Matt.
Who did you rob?
I know, right?
Let's be real. Mike, do you still have your LEs? Do you need to double check your cases?
I mean, I haven't had them for a while, so.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
I just got mine back, so I'm beyond stoked to finally have those back again. But do you guys know of any good war comics? I'm not a big war fan. So, I mean, aside from like obviously like Punisher stuff, like early Punisher stuff, I'm not really a huge war person.
Yeah, me
I feel like
neither.
our good buddy Red Skull would be the person to ask on this one.
Yeah, my only recommendation is I know Garth Ennis has done a bunch of war comics. Read those. It's probably good.
I'm trying to remember what was the one that I bought Red for his birthday. It was a Nick Fury
Sergeant
one.
Rock.
Was it Sergeant Rock? I thought it was
might have been Nick Fury.
Sergeant Rock. I know our good buddy Red. He's a huge fan of war comics. He really likes Sergeant Rock a lot. Sergeant Rock was big for him. He was also a big Nick Fury and the Howling Commandos fan.
Yeah.
He really dug those quite a bit too.
No, he's been on a Wonder Woman tear.
Yeah, like every rebirth issue of Wonder Woman known to man. And
cover, I think.
Literally every, Conrad, he got Alan Moore's Youngblood stuff, also included Glory and Judgment Day. Always great experience. Took almost 2 months. Well, it's still pretty good. Next up is Ellis Doom 2099 run. Oh, he's hooked. He has the bug, dude. Yeah, he has the bug. He is hooked.
Demon spreading.
The demon has spread. The Nom was a great war comic.
There you go.
Cameron, check out any war series by Garth Ennis. The man's putting all he's got to making it as historically accurate as possible. Jordan Trusso. I know people who have killed themselves on MDMA. There isn't anything good or funny about it. I'm sorry.
Studies disagree. Sorry to hear that happen, but studies seem to disagree.
Again, they were probably under more what was it, scientific
study. It's like anything you can. That's the problem though, is people will just demonize things because someone's done something insane with it. It's like, yeah, that's always gonna happen. That doesn't mean the thing itself is all bad.
It all depends on how you use it.
Irritates me.
Christoph Ennis even sold his apartment to have a chance to flight on the Liberator bomber to fully understand all feelings that goes through a bomber pilot, and then he wrote war stories. Jesus Christ, that's insane.
Intense.
That is insane.
Yeah, there's Garth Ennis for you.
Is Stargirl worth watching? Thinking about buying the first season. I saw the first. God, I fell off that one too because I quit watching TV. Not because it was bad. I watched like the first 7 or 8 episodes. It was really fun.
That's what I've heard.
Like it was really fun. I was actually very impressed with it. I had very low expectations going into it. I didn't think it was going to be very good at all. I thought this is going to be some kind of CW stupid type thing. But no, it was really good. I liked it a lot. It was very well done. And Luke Wilson is Stripe or whatever. Is that his name? Stripe? God, that's been so long I can't remember now. But that was also really good. No, Stargirl's great. I do recommend it, especially if you can get like the first season pretty cheap. I recommend it. It's a good time.
Do you think it's because Jeff Johns probably had a way larger part to play in it?
I am sure. Yeah, I think he was like executive producer or something like that, if I remember right.
Yeah, it's good. It's very near and dear.
Thank you all for the recommendations.
Yeah, the comments hooked it up. Thank you guys.
Nathan McGregor, legit playing Demon Souls on PS5 while listening.
Nice.
Got it yesterday in Australia.
Nicely done.
Oh, lost my spot. Where are we at? Holy buckets. That's a lot of comments. All right, this is a busy night. I don't think you can upgrade Miles Morales. Uh-oh. You have to buy the PS5 version separately. Well, shit. Anchorage, hey, Eminem. What do you guys think of Fables? I haven't read the entire run. I was actually waiting for the compendiums, which I know volume 1's out. I don't know if 2 or 3 are ever going to drop or not. Who knows? But I have read like the first dozen or so issues, and from what I've read, it's really good. I really did like what I read. I was kind of like one of those things where I was like, I'm going to dip my toe in and see what I think before committing to buying something.
Yeah.
And that was sort of where I was at. And then I was like, okay, cool. I'm enjoying it. I'll wait for physical and then I'll read, because I think it'll read better physically than I think it's one of those books that reads better physically than digitally. But from what I did read, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's definitely not meant for children. It is definitely a more adult book, which is why it's Vertigo. But no, very good, very, very good. And if you can get the compendium or the hardcovers for cheap, which a lot of them are out of print.
Deluxes,
they're not. If you can get a good price on the deluxes, jump on it, because a lot of those are out of print.
Yeah, it's also very good bang for your buck, because it's quite wordy in a good way. Like, it's all, good dialogue and stuff. But yeah, the artwork's also amazing. I remember they were supposed to do like absolutes, right? Nothing happened.
Yeah, they initially said they were going to do absolutes. Then they didn't. And then they said, oh, just kidding. We're going to do trade paperback compendiums. And then everybody went, what? You're going from absolutes to trade paperback compendiums.
We're just making a slight change.
Small change. But no. And the volume 1 of the compendium is out. I almost bought it. And I was like, well, I want to wait to see if they drop 2 and 3 first. Like, I want to make sure that they're actually going to release the whole series.
Right.
I don't want to just end up with volume 1 and then not having the rest. I think volume 1 collects like the first 40 or 41 issues though. Like, it's pretty hefty.
Yeah.
When I bought the game off of PSN, it said you can upgrade for free. No expiration date was mentioned at all. I assume it doesn't expire. Hell yes. I will be sure to buy it off of PlayStation then. What is your guys' opinion on the Flashpoint omnibus coming out and the Absolute Flash Rebirth? They are coming out next year, and I was interested. That might be one of the officials that I break down and buy, is the Flashpoint.
The Flashpoint Omni?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a great story. One of the better sort of events.
The thing is how well is it collected? Because there's a lot of tie-ins.
Right. Yeah.
Because I was going to get... Because obviously I'm going to be getting like the Wally West stuff, from our good buddy Jeff eventually. I was going to be binding all of that and whatnot. And then I was looking into doing a Flashpoint bind. And if you look into it and you do all, there's like a bajillion tie-ins. I'm curious as to how well collected the official is.
Yeah, I have a little custom bind for it. I didn't get all the tie-ins because there's just a crazy amount, but that'll be a fun bind. I'm very interested to see how they collected it. And I think Absolute Flash Rebirth, I think that might be a reprint. I feel like they did that storyline before.
Yep.
I don't know, man. It's always depends what the price is. It's always tough for me. I always sort of flinch when it's 6 issues in an absolute, I'm like, that's kind of
expensive.
Yikes. Like, Killing Joke was the only thing
I think we bought
because it was like $50.
Yeah, I think I got it for 25 on IST when it came out.
Yeah, it was like 50 covers, so I mean, cheap, super cheap. But yeah, it depends what the price on Flash Rebirth is. I always grimace at the 100 cover price for 6 issues. I'm like,
it's a lot.
Something's off here.
Finished Saga. I absolutely loved it. Now I have to wait like 50 years for the second half to be written and collected in another compendium.
Right? What a cliffhanger! My goodness.
Hell yeah, love Bloodshot. Would love a sequel.
There you go. Keep Finn busy.
Chris, what's up, brother? Sorry to keep you waiting. We can start now. Well, welcome.
Thanks, Chris. Thank you, Chris.
Bit of a rant here, but now Snyder is claiming he has a script ready for Justice League 2, should they choose to call him. That's intriguing.
Do you think all the drama... Okay,
At this point, I just shunt his grand vision or whatever to an Elseworld series. With any luck, it'll boost sales, and then let him write what he wants. Get Lee to make it look nice. It'll likely be a hit, and we can move on. I don't know, man. Like, I'm waiting to see, I guess, what they do with the Snyder cut with HBO Max. I think everybody's waiting for that, but I think if the Snyder cut on HBO Max does really well, I could foresee them being like, knock knock, hello, here's a lot of money.
Yeah. Imagine if all the drama that's been happening with this with Snyder, Zack Snyder, is it's all just to keep this hype train going. You know what I mean? Like, this is going to be some...
It's not even regarding Zack Snyder. It's regarding it was regarding Jeff Johns. Who all did he call out? He called out Jeff Johns, some other producer, and Joss Whedon. Those were the people that Ray Fisher called out. It wasn't even Snyder. He goes, no, Snyder's great. It was everybody else. So
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. I'm looking forward though. I'm really am looking forward to
sure.
And Snyder showed a really brief on his Instagram. It was like a really brief like thing on his phone. He was showing a picture of an artist rendering of what the Justice League Snyder cut version of Martian Manhunter is going to look like.
Ooh.
And it looked pretty sick. Like the little snippet that you can see, it looked pretty cool.
Right. Nice. Yeah, I'm looking
he
forward
said he's
to it.
only he said he's only in it briefly. It's just like a small cameo thing. But that could also potentially set him up for maybe a Martian Manhunter HBO Max series.
That would be nice.
Based on the Ostrander run.
That would be good. Let's get that going.
Right? And then maybe that will then spin off into a Spectre HBO Max series.
Okay. Now we're stretching.
Like, no. Actually, you know what would even be cooler than that? Aside from a live action HBO Max Spectre series, would be if they did like what Todd McFarlane did in the 90s with Spawn.
Yeah.
Like the animated series.
Yeah.
Do an animated Spectre series with that run, because there's a lot of like crazy visual effectsy stuff that would have to go on. So I think even an animated would make my heart swell.
Yeah, I'm. That just reminds me, I'm very excited to see how Invincible turns out.
The trailer looked pretty good.
Looked great.
Yeah,
very excited.
That drop, I don't even remember. Next year,
I don't know.
I don't remember.
We can run another couple minutes here, but I'm gonna have to kick the bucket soon.
You're gonna kick the bucket?
No, not kick the. You know what I mean.
All right, we're gonna run through the comments. It's getting late. Mike needs to go to bed.
Hey,
what's up, guys? Hello, sir. I pre-ordered the X of Swords book early, so I paid $50 for it, but now it's listed for 123 Canadian.
Is it? I don't know.
Big time.
Wow.
I'm also waiting for the Dog Swords hardcover. It's pre-ordered, and I'm hoping it's as good as House of X. I think you meant X. Yeah.
That's what it
is. Chris, I found all the trades of Hitman, and that would be my first custom bind because I don't see an Omni coming. Hate that custom binds aren't oversized though. I used to feel that way too, and then I got so used to it, I don't even care anymore. I love it. Like, it doesn't even bother me. I used to feel the exact same way. Well, they're not oversized, dude. It doesn't matter. They're custom. They're glorious, and they're so much lighter and easier to read. If you guys look at your collections, what publisher do you have the most books from? I have a ton of Image and Vertigo. Almost all of my custom binds are DC. Like 95% of my books are DC.
I don't know, man. I'm seeing a big red wall back there.
Well, I guess I have my Spider-Man. Aside from my Spider-Man wall, like
there's a few.
Like aside from the Spider-Man wall,
it's pretty much all DC.
It's pretty much all DC minus the Spider-Man wall, and the DC wall is just going to keep growing because I have a shit ton more binds to go.
Yeah,
and let me think real quick. DC, except for the Punisher, they are all DC, and one Image, which is Tokyo Ghost. Aside from that, the rest is all DC.
Waiting on that Warner Bros. Sponsorship.
Whoop, whoop. Lebdel's Red Hood near 10-year run has come to an end. Do either of you recommend it? Despite real-world events, I've heard good things. I remember reading it. I remember reading Rebirth and stuff when it was coming out, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Great.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
His New 52 is not bad. It's probably the best thing he wrote in the New 52, and a lot of people disliked it because of Starfire's portrayal. I don't know if that's necessarily his fault or the artist. Kenneth Rocafort draws those kind of women, though. I mean, what do you expect? That's kind of woman he draws. I don't know what to tell you, but it was a bit much for some people.
No, and Scott Lebdell, we've interviewed him.
10 years.
He's an interesting fellow. Do you remember the stories he was telling us about, off the air? Yeah, he's got some stories. You ever meet him at a con? Ask him to tell you some stories.
Some things, yeah.
Brandon Wood, good evening.
What up?
Snyder said this. I didn't hate his last Justice League run, but there are others who could write it. Don't let Snyder go through. Maybe he was. I thought they were talking about the movie. Maybe they were talking about the book.
Too. Justice League 2? Interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway.
JT, what's up, man?
What up, JT?
That Dixon run is so freaking good. Yes, I'm having a blast. I have Craven's Last Hunt Epic Collection. Should I start reading it? Hell yes. Craven's Last Hunt is one of the best Spider-Man stories out there. It's a timeless story. It's so good, and it's heart-wrenching, and it'll tug at your fucking heartstrings. It's good. He meant Zack Snyder, not Scott.
So we were okay. Good.
Yeah. It's a damn shame they got rid of the Vertigo imprint. By far, some of the best books to ever come out. Mm-hmm. Omar said in-stock trades has had Christmas time sales during this pandemic. I like what's been coming out with Black Label so far, but it's not comparable to the freedom those writers had to make the Vertigo world. Correct. When does X-Men?
It already did.
We did that one earlier. It dropped yesterday, and apparently it's already
missed that train. You missed that train, sir.
Black Label's been pretty good. Luckily, I still have quite the backlog for Vertigo, so I'm excited to jump on all of those.
Yep. There's a lot of Vertigo.
I was shocked. My girlfriend didn't understand the deal I got. I had to share. Oh, the Goon Library editions. I can send pictures when I email about the mug. Yes, dude, please do. I love the Goon.
You so don't understand.
If you've never read the Goon, you're gonna have the time of your life reading that book. And if you have read it, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. I am the admin to Facebook Sergeant Rock page. Oh, I wonder if he knows Red then. I'm sure Red is on there somewhere. Sergeant Rock comics are as valid today as ever. However you want your mind blown, read the EC War Library, then Ennis.
There you go.
Sarah by Ennis is also pretty damn good. Takes place during World War II. You're wrong. Goodbye. Oh, that was the one that said he didn't like your opinions.
See ya. Can't talk.
Sarah by Ennis, TKO. If you want modern, it's a sharp book. Hit the like button. Unless you're Jordan, he's not a fan. One. He probably unsubscribed.
It's okay.
I know for a fact you can upgrade Miles Morales to PS5. Wait, Google it if you don't believe me.
I'm all for it. I believe you.
Agree, unless they went back on their word. Hey guys, do you like classic stuff? Well, I guess you would have to define classic, but yes.
Classic, yeah. Sure.
I love everything. Well, almost everything. No, I love a lot of older stuff too. Primarily that's what my collection is older stuff. But I guess it would depend on what you mean by classic too.
Classic.
The Titans, the Flashpoint were all good and very good, similar to Blackest Night. It's one of those rare events where all the side stories are great. Yeah, paying $125 for Batman Year One.
Wow.
What's up, guys? Can't stay long. Hope you're all doing well. Hey, Andrew.
Likewise, we're almost out of here.
Matt, jumping back to the last live show. Thing about your children in comics. Here's Garth Ennis quote I think is right to the point. Oh, it's down here. Comics are like church. If they didn't catch you in childhood, they never will. Only if something bad happens to you. So make something bad happen to your children and they'll jump into comics. My son just finished reading I believe his name was Jason Reynolds is the author's name. He wrote like a Miles Morales novel, like an actual real legit novel. Yeah, prose. And my son had to read prose for school. He's in 6th grade and he's having to read stuff, and he wanted to read something he's interested in. He really likes Miles Morales. I was like, hey, what about this? So he finished the book today and he was geeked about it. He's like, Dad, it's so good. I really like the book. I can't wait. I hope he writes more. It was really good. I said, oh, that's awesome, man. I'm glad to hear that. And I said, hey, are you interested in maybe like this omnibus? And then like I pull up, on Amazon, like this picture of the Miles Morales omnibus. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get this kid fucking hooked now. Like he's got the bug for Miles Morales. You know what he said to me? Is it like 1 billion pages? And I said it's like 900. Wow. I was like, he goes, probably not. I go, it's a comic book. I go, it doesn't read like a prose. He goes, I'll just
read it in a day.
I'll just stick with what I got. What?
Wow.
Okay.
Wild.
And my kid loves Miles Morales. He loves Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah. He loves all that stuff. He went as Miles Morales last year for Halloween. Nice. He asked me today, he goes, Dad, why are these Miles Morales Marvel Legends action figures $150? I thought he was joking. I looked, it's legit. These are they're out of print or whatever you want to call an out of stock action figure. And, it's ridiculous. I'm not buying you that one.
It's so funny how he's looking for a lower page count and we're always looking for a higher page count.
Yeah, right. Alex, I have a complete set of Ultimate Spider-Man trades. Wasn't cheap. And thought about doing my first custom binds. OHCs are impossible to find, and the Omni is only the first bit. Should I just wait? Hell no. Bind it. I was very, very close to doing that exact same thing. But I just ended up reading it digitally. And so I kind of got my fix that way. And now I'm like, I really liked Ultimate Spider-Man, but like towards the end, it kind of lost me. I didn't think it was as strong as it was in the beginning, so I kind of got lost on it. But if I owned the trades, I would have definitely bound them, though, for sure. But since I read it digitally, I'm like, I don't need the trades now. But no, go for it by all means. Like, it's addictive, it's great. You're gonna like it, and you can make some really cool binds with that for sure. That Mark Bagley art, dude, you do so much cool shit with that. Yeah. How the hell did I type dog? It's supposed to be X's. I was sort of wondering the same thing. And then last but not least, JT ending the show. I got the Marvel Legends Retro Kingpin.
Boom. Oh, that's awesome, the second one now. I think you said
no, that's dope.
No, dope.
That's really
just
dope.
Spidey, man. So
awesome. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. It is late. We got a late start. Mike has to go kick the bucket, I guess. So
yeah, it's over.
Hopefully we see Mike in the future. I would really like to see Mike in the future. So hopefully he doesn't kick the bucket and he just hits the hay instead.
I meant hit the hay, yeah.
We'll see.
I was in the wrong part of the barn. That's the problem.
But yeah, I'm working on buying all the Marvel team up stuff. Oh, that'd be fun.
Nice.
You need to turn on the super chat button so we can donate while doing live shows. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what the fuck that is. Like I've seen it before on like on Omar's channel and like Gem Mint's channel. Like I've seen it. I don't know what it is. I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
And I'm honestly shocked that anybody would want to donate.
I know the fact that the idea came up.
Yeah, the fact that anybody wants to donate anything, I think it's pretty fucking cool. Even if it's just a penny. I'll look into it. Worst case scenario, let's humor ourselves and see what happens and watch like the nickels and dimes flood in. But no, that's pretty cool. We'll look into it. I just don't
dive in them like Scrooge. Yeah.
I'll look into it. I'm just not sure what it is. And then Reaper, can't wait. Marvel are reuniting Ultimate Spider-Man Omnibus in 2021. If sales are good, volumes 2 and 3 are shooing.
All right, we got some speculation.
That's a lot of speculation.
Damn it.
Regardless, have a great night. It looks like some of my messages aren't going through. Oh, weird.
Well, that's a bummer, Jared. Sorry.
I know. I feel like I've read a lot of your stuff, so I feel like they were going through. Maybe not. I guess I don't know what all you typed, but anyways, Mike's gonna go. We'll see you guys next time. Thank everyone. Have a great night. Ciao.
Cheers.